Hey there, friends. So, Light High had a question, and this is his formation here, similar with a 15 3-star Siondiok. So, this is his form, and actually, Light, it looks pretty good as far as what you got to work with there. It looks like a fairly decent formation. I'm not sure what I would tweak with it too much. You could maybe, I don't know, what if we put those pumpkins in there behind that. Maybe move the nun to the inside or right about there. We could put one more in the back and do something like that. I'd be tempted to put maybe some range guys on the outside, but I don't want to mess up your guys there. So maybe if you're fighting an alley, I don't know if alley's going to miss the priest mages if they're on the corners. Let's give this one a shot here. Looks like your peltasts are good. But those ninjas that I have push back those a lot. But still not too shabby, actually. Your front peltasts are doing pretty good. Just nobody's on alley, so your rear defense handled everything pretty well. Those pumpkins are pretty nasty in there. So actually not bad. I mean, just the fact that alley's still alive, not much you can do if alley's in there and you got trying to deal with some stone golems. That's about what's going to happen. So we'll see how the damage looks on this one. Not bad. The priest mages still did some decent damage on the side. Maybe that's what I would do, just to put them on the outside a little bit to get some more, get a little bit more damage. Maybe we can move those ballistas up too. Let's give that a shot. What if we move them up and they might not get taken out there? And we can move these guys up here as well. And we'll see what that does. See if the ballistas can get missed by Alley's nuke. If your ballistas can stay alive, they can stay alive to do some damage. It still took them out. Your peltasts are all surviving, so that's pretty good. Those ninjas are nasty on that rear attack, but the pumpkins are holding up pretty good. Maybe that last one did a little better before moving those guys up. I wonder if we put them in the front like that. I'd like those ballistas to stay alive. They all pretty much died before. And we can try putting them on the sides. And maybe maybe those will keep those guys alive a little more longer. But then the priest, if you're going up against shadow ninjas, they're going to come in from the side and take out the priest mages, I think. Still the peltasts survive. And the ballistas didn't look like they did. So all in all, your form was actually pretty decent. Let's give that one a shot, see how that goes for you. Well, there's a lot of messing around to do, but it's difficult to say. I thought this rear defense would do a little bit better. At least the Pell tests kind of stay alive there. So there's a few different variations. Your form wasn't bad. I don't think there was a lot that was really wrong with it. This one, Ali or anybody's kind of tough, so you got a pretty good form there. I mean, I didn't really see any major like flaws or anything. There's some tweaks you can do for different things, and maybe it'll work out and a little bit better, and maybe sometimes it won't. But this one seemed to do fairly well right here. Put just another pirate ship in the back, so you got 3 in the back for your rear defense. This seemed to be enough to keep your guys from running up forward and getting nuked. Perhaps your priest mages on the sides will keep them from getting taken out, and then maybe the ballistas also, so they don't get wiped out right away. Maybe we'll put ballistas up here, see if that's... I don't know if we can do that, and that'll keep the priest mages alive too, or ice mages. Let's see. So there's a ballista still alive. Peltast alive. And then Ali's nuke kind of takes everybody out there. So it kind of depends on who you're facing, I guess. But there's a few things, you know. I haven't used. You can see though with that many voodoos that I have, a lot of the single guys get taken out. So that's why people don't usually run a lot of single troops in there, because if you're going up against an alley that has a bunch of voodoos, tends to just, when the voodoos die, they tend to take out the priest mages and ice mages and junk like that. So that's why people usually have more in there if they're going up against a lot of voodoos. The voodoos kind of nullified the priest mages and stuff like that. Get pretty close with these Siondiok forms though. So yeah, it looks like your form was actually pretty legit. So I don't know if I'd do a whole lot of messing with. Maybe something like this. If you find that your rear defense isn't holding as good, you can always do different things a little bit. But generally, you have your row of range back here. Seem to be doing all right. Yeah, all in all, not bad. So, not sure if this is too helpful or not. You actually had a pretty decent formation, and I don't know if this is actually any better than what you had. It was just kind of a little bit different. And a couple things that maybe you could do if you're coming up against alley and you want to keep your priest mages alive. Probably a lot of the alleys you're facing don't have this many voodoos and stuff. So the priest mages and stuff are going to do pretty good for you. If they are getting nuked and you're fighting alleys, you can move them up a little bit like this, and alley's nuke's going to tend to hit right about here. So if you want to keep your priest mages alive and your ballistas, you can kind of move them up on the front, because when your stone golem goes in there, everyone's chasing them. So these guys on the side here should be okay to deal some damage. You could even maybe, let's try this, see what that does. If everyone's going for your stone golem, maybe these guys are going to be free to inflict their damage here. So let's try that. Only thing I can see is maybe that Yashas are going to come in from the side. So Priest Mage is still alive, Ballista is still alive. Then the Shadow Ninjas are going to come in from the side and take him out. But a lot of guys you're probably going to face aren't going to have like as many Shadow Ninjas as I have. We're still up by a few troops there. All right, let's see how they did in there. So Ballistas, that one did 300,000. And then the Priest Mage did 300,000 behind him. So those guys, if you bump them up there, you can mess around with that. And if you're going up against Ali, they should be okay on the sides there, as long as everyone focuses on your stone golem and stuff. So, all right, my friends. Well, thanks for the question. Hope it helps a little bit. You had a decent form there, Mr. Not bad at all there, Light High. Thanks for being a subscriber. Thanks for the question. And I wish I was more helpful with that. I haven't really messed with the form with a lot of single load troops for a while. It's just because each of these voodoos, when they target people, they tend to take guys out, the single load troops, a lot, like Priest Mages and stuff. So, but they still seem to do some pretty good damage there, as long as they don't get targeted by the voodoos, you know. So the Ballistas survived that initial attack up there. The only thing is, if you have your Ballistas here, sometimes these guys, the Yashas, whatever's in this column, will come and fight your guys right here. So just something to keep an eye on. Those guys, I guess, are closer to this than the stone golem, so they might do that. Oh, right, my friends. Thanks for watching. Sorry this wasn't the most helpful video. With what you had, you got a decent form there. So, all right, take care.